All right, guys, there are two slides. This is actually the second slide. Eyes up, eyes up. I might have changed a little bit. Like I think I wrote this stuff on there, so you probably don't see this. But it says, you will see this in your assignment. The greatest integer function is denoted with this. A double bracket like this. So if you're ever looking at the greatest integer function, there it is. Not great. It's not great. It's greatest. Greatest integer function. What does it say? It says the greatest integer less than or equal to x. That's what it says. Now, exactly what does that mean? Let's take a look. See that number inside there? It's 2.3. Okay. Now, 2.3 sits between what two integers?
2 and 3.
2 and 3. So here's 2. Here's 3. 2.3 is about there, okay? Here's what the greatest integer function says. Give me the greatest integer less than 2.3 or equal to 2.3.
2.
Yeah. Doesn't it mean you just got to back up to the previous integer? The answer is what? 2, right? That's all it says. It. Okay, this one. Where does negative 0.4 sit between? 0 and negative 1. It's about here, I suppose. Okay. So the greatest integer function says, give me the greatest integer less than negative 0.4.
-1.
It's got to go backwards, right? Back up. So you're right. It's negative 1. You catching on?
No.
Not at all. You're not listening to what it's saying to you. Listen to the words. Give me the greatest integer less than or equal to. Yeah, it's greater. Okay, give me the greatest integer less than this number. Less than will always be which way?
Small.
Left. Go left. Okay, smaller. So when you back up, you got to back up to the next integer. Okay. You don't go forward. You're always going to go backwards because it says less than that number 2.3. Okay, what's less than negative 0.4? That's the first integer. That's less than 0.4, negative. All right, now what if, now I wish I would have done this, but I did not, so you might want to add this in. What if I do this? What if I put a 3 in?
3.
Okay. Give me the greatest integer less than 3 or it's equal to 3.
3.
3 is equal to 3, right? So this one you get the actual number 3. So when do you actually back up?
When it's like it's not a number.
When you're in between two integers, you back up. If you're right on the integers, just give me the integer, okay? So this one says give me the greatest integer function if x is what?
3.
1.9. Well, 1.9 goes in, right? Okay. And then you're going to add 2. So what's this going to be? The answer is what here? 1 plus 2 is 3. Yeah? Okay. Last one.
1.
Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but here we go. We put a 2.1 in. We subtract 1, we get what? 1.1. What's the greatest integer less than 1.1 or equal to 1.1? The answer here is 1. Sorry, it got really messy there. Okay? You always back up. You always back up. Okay? You okay with that? Okay. Go to the first slide, which is that slide. Okay. Now this is what we call a piecewise function. Now, you're going to graph how many functions here?
2.
The first function is 2x plus 1. The second function is x minus 2. But when do you graph the top one? When you plug what kind of x's in?
Less than 2.
Less than 2. Okay, so here's what you need to know. Where do I actually start? Follow my arrow, please. You start here. No. You start here. And you start here. You always start at the breaking point. The breaking point is what? 2. So here's what you do. You start at 2, Oh, I forgot to write this for you. I'm going to do the top function first. Okay? So if you start at 2, guys, tell me when you put 2 in, what's 2 times 2 plus 1? 5. Okay. Get yourself a couple more points. Well, what's the next x value you can plug in? Something less than 2, like 1. Something less than 2, like 0. Okay. So go ahead and plug them in. You plug in 1. 2 times 1, 3 plus 1, 3. You plug in 0. Okay. You just graph the top function. So here we go. 2, 5 is here. Over 2, up 5. Now, does anybody know why I started with an open circle?
It's not equal.
Because what wasn't included?
2.
Yeah. When I said 2 comma 5, the number 2 does not even belong in this function. I chose it because I know I have to start at 2, but it really doesn't belong there. So it stays open. The next point, 1 actually belongs in the function. Go ahead, graph it. Where's 1, 3? Right 1? Up 3. This one is 0, 1? Right there. Now if I kept this going and going, do you guys know what the slope is on this line? 2. So you could just do a quick slope of 2 all the way down, okay? All right, good. Here's the problem. It's not 1 function, it's 2 functions. So your second function is the bottom. All right, here we go. The bottom versus the top. Again, start with what?
2.
Start with 2.
0.
2 minus 2, 0. Okay, so you put in 2, you got out 0. Give me another x that's greater than 2. 3, then 4. Okay. 3 goes in, 4 goes in. Answers are 1 and 2. Go on. Yeah.
How can you use the 2, 5 if it doesn't have equal part of it?
I can't. I put, but it says here just less than 2, Maddie. So really, I could try 1.99999. I don't wanna. I'm just gonna try 2, even though it doesn't belong in this function. Because it doesn't belong, it's solid or open.
So,
But this one, am I gonna go solid or open? Okay, solid 2, 0 here. 3, 1, 4, 2. Do you guys see this one as my slope is what? 1. And if you knew your slope was 1, which you probably do, look, it's 1. You could have just taken off with a slope of 1. You didn't have to create all those points. But to be safe, creating points is easy. Okay? Last question before that bell rings. Is this a function? How do you know?
vertical line pass.
Are you sure the vertical line passes?
Yes.
Wait, look. Did it pass?
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't even touch the top of it. Okay. Now, you guys, your book assignment, listen. The book assignment, I don't like it. Let's just not do it tonight. You need to do these 3 though. Here you go. All right. Piecewise graph. Anybody?
I need it.
Yeah. Who else? There you go. Anybody else?
I'm so glad
Yeah, comments.
Oh, it's right there. Finish your hair bun. Okay. Come up and grab these 3 piecewise before you leave.
I don't want you to send it to me, but then I'm not going to open it up.
Hey, John.
This is
I was going to run out of tea. Can we go get some in the office, just say, paper needs, Scotch tape, weird.
Scotch on the rocks, right?
No, be careful.
Mr. Painter, where should I put this?
What's this? Oh, that, we'll put it up here.
You almost made it.
Tape, there should be one more tape.
You have one.
It's over by Alex.
Where is it?
It's on Alex's desk.
Huh?
Alex
Okay, my
gave me the
desk?
tape.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine, leave it there.
Yeah, come on.
Use it.
you cutting or something?
I didn't cut. You're cutting.
Your scissors back. Remember, scissors are closed.
Game of Thrones. Is that what it was?
And then those one.
Wait, who are you arguing?
It's someone in here.
Well, I don't know.
If it was open when it flung through the air, even that.
Yeah, I don't recommend it when it's like coming towards my head. You're like going like front to back. That's better. God, I still
Might want
recommend
to throw it away from your teeth.
I mean, if you missed that day, you if she's in that,
Oh, I wonder if it isn't dangerous.
Huh?
Nice gym shorts.
These are not gym shorts, they're Nike. Okay. Just because it's navy. No. What do you think I am? Who is that? No, that's on me. What?
Who was that?
It's you. It's you.
Shut up.
I was just kidding. That was like, that was so long ago.
I know it's been over a month since I talked to you last.
Nah. It's like tomorrow. No.